Hello, everyone. Welcome to Rams Live. I'm Ruby Kaiser, joined by Mike Brohard, and we've got a great show for you today. State Pride. What's there not to love about State Pride?
You got to love the uniforms to begin with. I mean, I know it's a departure, and a lot of traditional fans do not like the fact that there's no green and gold involved with it, but you talk to student athletes, everybody loved them. I know the fans love them. You particularly got to wear them. So what was it like on State Pride game day for you?
Absolutely. As a volleyball player at Colorado State, I'm not from the state of Colorado, but I do look good in blue, so I love the State Pride. And it's just a fun way to celebrate where we're from. And the first thing people ask me when they see all the CSU stuff, why do you guys have so many different colored jerseys and uniforms? And I'm like, no, please let me explain to you all of the reasons for every jersey and uniform, because they do now mean so much to me, as they do for a lot of Ram fans.
I agree with that. And they became so popular. You look around today and you see a ton of people in the State Pride stuff. I think people look forward to this weekend. You either go with the white, they go with the blue, but one way or the other, it's all about Colorado today.
Exactly. And we've got some great stuff coming up. The Dean of Liberal Arts, Kirsten Thorsten's going to be here. Brian Roth, as always, to break down some CSU football. John Weber and Amy Parsons with their weekly stops. And Ram legends Angela Noff and Nick Stevens. It was so cool to be in Moby earlier today and see that Ring of Honor banner dropped for Angela Noff and also all the other alumni that were there. It was like just the perfect game, I think, to do that for her.
Yeah, it was. It was a huge weekend for the alumni to come back. I mean, did you get to go see your star?
I did go see my star.
Did you get a picture with it?
The Walk of Fame,
there
yes.
We go.
So
That's
fun.
Nice. No, it's got to be fun. I'll be interested to see Nick Stevens come back. I covered his career, and it's great to see him and his wife, Haley, set roots here and stay in Fort Collins. And I'm sure it's going to be fascinating for you to talk to Angela. You've known her for a while. Yeah.
Oh, yeah. And we go back a little bit. We're from the same place in Oregon, played for some similar club coaches, and so we've bonded over not just our connection at CSU, but also our connection of being from the state of Oregon, which is so fun. We also have some great new additions to Rams Live this week, kind of trying to get you fans involved. We'll have a most spirited Ram competition judged by, I think, the most spirited Ram of them all, Amy Parsons.
I believe that's true.
John Weber is going to be trying some Tailgate foods, testing some stuff out, having some snacks. And, of course, Mike and I got to get the students involved for a little speed pong tournament.
Yes, let's make sure. Yeah, the speed pong will take place right after the end of the show. Right at the end of the show, and we get to kind of do some commentary. Never done commentary on speed pong. What about you?
A little play-by-play. I haven't officially. We'll put it that way.
It'll be a first for everybody.
So hopefully our student tailgate starts to speed up, and we'll get some professional pong players headed over here to face off for some Lucky Joe's merch.
There's Nick. We'll have him on later.
Rap.
All right, we're going to head to a short break, but we'll be back with all things Rams Live with the Dean of Liberal Arts coming up next. Welcome back to Rams Live. Hello, Ram fans. Welcome back to Rams Live. We've started State Pride Week off with some clutch wins and a tie starting off from the soccer program against a really tough Utah State team. You were there, Mike. Talk to us about that game.
Well, I didn't get to go to the match, watch it on TV, but the monumental part of that match, Utah State was picked to win the conference, so that was a nice way for the Rams to start. They were picked third. And then it was a monumental night because of Olivia Fout. The transfer who came in, she set the program record for career goals. She scored her 20th that night to tie the match, and then it also gave her the career record for points. She now has 46 in that. She's had a phenomenal 2 years. It's great to see her come back. She's now got 6 goals this year, first Ram to ever score 4 goals in consecutive games, and she's coming back off of a really serious knee injury from the end of her first year against Utah State in the championship match at the Mountain West tournament, for the bid to go to the NCAA tournament. So it's been great to see Olivia come back strong. They had a couple players come back who hadn't played yet this year, Bridget Arnold and Sophia Colombe. So it's looking up for the soccer program, but you went over and watched the volleyball team take care of business today, didn't you?
Yeah, it's been a great day for me so far. Was up and at 'em early for some alumni events with the volleyball team. It's always so fun when the alumni come back for CSU volleyball because I feel like we all, whether you're 23 years old like me or you're 50 years old, we all have this great thing in common, and it's that we are part of the Ramley, and we played in Moby and had Moby Magic and all of these just great things. And so you hear some pretty awesome stories and get to connect with these women who have been great, such great role models and legends for me through the last couple years that I've been at CSU. But like you said, they played Nevada, which traditionally can sometimes be a difficult team to play, but when you have all those fans on your side, they kind of handled business pretty decisively. New coaching staff at Nevada, so they did look a little bit more dynamic than normal, but the Rams handled them. I've been so impressed. There's not a lot of girls on the team that I played with, and I've only been removed from the program for 2 years, but I had a big class and lots of new girls, and just cool to see so many people blossom. Kekua Richards was a redshirt freshman my senior year at CSU, and she's killing it right now with the blocks, and it's just been so fun to watch them be successful so far, and always in Moby, It
really has, and I think our next guest is getting ready to join us.
We have the Dean of Liberal Arts here with us, Kirsten Thorson. Thank you for coming to Rams Live. We're so happy to have you.
Thanks for having me. Thank you for having me.
Yeah.
Of course. You've been at CSU since 2004. 2024.
No, that's right.
Sorry. You oversee 17 schools in the college, including journalism and media communications, which was my major.
Is that your major?
Yes.
and this marching band, of course, which is in our college as well. So
that's cool. I didn't know that.
Yeah, we have music and theater and dance.
Oh yeah, that's
you get
so
arts,
great.
And you have
arts,
philosophy. You have anthropology,
social science.
Yeah.
We got all of them.
What is it like overseeing such a wide array of colleges and different things that they do?
It's pretty amazing. I mean, I get to spend quite a bit of my time going to see all the magical things that other people are doing. So I'm going to take this layout for a second. So for example, last week I got to see an oboe recital.
Oh, wow.
I also got to visit one of our graphic design classrooms where they were doing this amazing branding project for our film festival, which is the ACT Human Rights Film Festival. So I get to see a lot of pretty cool stuff.
That's amazing.
I know you did a lot of research in the past. You were exploring how digital platforms and kind of how they affect our civic lives.
Yeah.
What would you find most fascinating when you did that research, considering we're all tied to the digital spaces these days?
I don't have anything real happy to tell you on that front. So I've been studying for a really long time how youngish people, like college age and a little older, like how do they find out what's going on in the world? Like how do you decide what you want to care about or what's really important to you? And it used to be like my grandparents watched the nightly news every night, like obsessive, right? I mean, you may have had the same.
Woke up and read the newspaper.
That's right. You woke up and read. You had this like routine every single day. And so now, we have more media than ever before, but people are all over the place, right? And so what we find over and over again is it's actually really hard now to feel like what's going on. People are making so much content on so many different platforms. How do you know what to trust? Like, how do you know what to believe in? So I think it's been pretty hard to try to figure out, like, what are some ways that we can really deliver media to young people that they trust and are excited about. So it's not a happy story, if I'm honest with you, but I enjoy it. So.
And how much do you enjoy just being out here on State Pride Day?
It is amazing. I get to dress like a flag.
Yeah.
Look at me. Like I'm fully dressed like the flag of the state of Colorado. So it's amazing. I try to come to as many games as we can, and we had some pretty big event today. So we got a lot of good stuff going on.
Very good.
Thank you so much for joining us. I know it was brief, but it was great to hear about it.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
Yeah,
Thank you for having me.
of course.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Pleasure to have you.
I'm going to head out and check out the Ramwalk.
You are busy today, aren't you?
All right, Rams Live. If you're not here, you should be. We've got the CSU Rams Walk just passed through. Cheerleaders right behind me. What are you guys up to over here? Here for the football game? Yeah? You guys some CSU alumni? Students? Students, what are you guys studying here at CSU?
I'm doing supply chain, business.
Supply chain?
Mechanical engineering.
Business.
Business. Some businessmen over here looking very professional and serious today for the football game. Some serious business here at the Ramwalk. What was your favorite part of the Ramwalk or your day so far?
Probably the cop motorcycles.
The motorcycle cops? They just went by. Yeah, they look pretty snazzy. What about you?
The band.
The band. The band is always a highlight for sure. I am a big fan of the band. What about you?
I gotta say the band. The band is the best, man.
Also the marching band, yes.
The marching band. Have you guys been to the other 2 home CSU football games so far this season? Are you guys collecting your loyalty points and staying through? Oh, good. What's the rankings looking like? How is that looking right now?
I think I definitely am more than you. Yeah.
Okay. Are you guys participating in any other events or just football games?
Volleyball games and other things like that Jay Norvell show.
Were you guys at the volleyball game today? No. Ah, bummer. They had a big win today. It was great. Great to start off state pride. So awesome. Where are you guys headed after this?
Over to the tailgate.
Over to the tailgate. Gonna get some food? Yep. All right. Sounds good. Well, the Ramwalk is walking. They're heading on into Canvas Stadium. Everyone's going with them. We've got some dogs with goggles down here. That's pretty exciting. All right. We're going to head to break over here at Rams Live. We'll be back with some more exciting interviews. Thanks. Welcome back to Rams Live. You guys are in for quite the treat. We have Delaney McIntosh joining us really quick. CSU Volleyball Defensive Specialist, Senior. You played today, got a big win today. Tell us a little bit about it.
Yeah, absolutely. We played Nevada at home today. We're celebrating the 50th year of CSU Volleyball, so it's really cool. We had a bunch of alumni, a bunch of champions in the gym with us today. They were being honored, which was super cool. And we got the sweep over Nevada, which is always really cool.
What's it like to have some of those alumni come back and share their stories and talk about their experience as a volleyball player?
It's really, really cool. I mean, there's just years of really awesome people that came back to want to support our team here, but also just they've won championships and we have all Americans and all conference stars, and it's really cool for them to be able to come and reminisce in their memories and share what their story is with us, which is really cool.
You guys talked about it. This 50th year has been kind of cool for especially the team that's here now. You get to celebrate a monumental milestone season, and you do feel like you're part of something special, even if it wasn't the 50th year, don't you?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, I think everyone's got their little story to tell, and it's really cool to come back and honor. I mean, they dropped a bunch of new banners in Moby to celebrate the 1980 team and Angela Noff and all of the really cool volleyball stars that have come before us. Yeah.
What's it been like this year, though? Because there has been a buildup, and you guys have been talking about it. I know Vicky's worked really hard on this in our department, just trying to get the word out. And when you see those videos come across your social channels, former players saying what it meant to them, does it stir up memories for you and what it's meant to you in the moment?
Absolutely. I think it's really cool. We have a lot of shared experience, even though there's a ton of age between us. They can all come in and share their story of what their pregame routine was and what it was like for them to have crowds in Moby and stuff. And even though there's not a lot of similarities between us, CSU volleyball is that similarity, and you can really go through the shared experience, which is really cool.
Great.
And you've had quite the journey yourself at CSU. Delaney, when I was still on the team, came in as a redshirt freshman off of an ACL surgery, and you really had to battle your way to get into the lineup. And now you're a senior, you're making big contributions on the team, and you're a captain. Kind of talk to us about what your journey has been like leading up to this point.
Yeah, totally. I mean, I came in from high school with a torn ACL. I just had knee surgery, so I was working really hard to try and be back in physical shape and ready to play volleyball, and then it was still a grind. I mean, we've had a team full of super seniors, which is always tough as a younger player to try and get in the lineup. But now that my number's been called, it's been cool, and we have a really young team right now. So being a captain and a leader is really cool because there's a lot of leadership opportunity for the young kids right now, so it's been cool to try and develop them as leaders too, which is nice.
Has anyone on the team this year surprised you?
Hallie Jameson's a stud. She came in and she's a great 6 rotation player for us. Kay Kua has been awesome. Erin DeBeck is our setter, and she came in a shy little quiet freshman, and she's developed into quite the offensive leader too, which is really cool.
I was going to say, that's got to be the interesting part of this season. You go off a season where you had so many super seniors, and now you have so many freshmen and young players that you're counting on. What's that dynamic switch like? What's it been?
Yeah, it's definitely been a lot of communication and making sure that everyone's on the same page and trying to figure out how to play college volleyball. So we took a lot of time this summer to do that, and then just making sure that the expectation is known of this is how we do things at CSU volleyball, and there hasn't been a ton of conflict or anything because these kids are the young kids are ready to play and they're really polished and developed, so it's nice that they can come in and make an immediate contribution, which is cool.
I would think it's also got to be that feeling though that this team's only going to get better because as they gain more experience, they see more things in match play. They're going to have that notebook to refer back to when things get tough in end-game, right?
Absolutely. I mean, even the season that we've already had, the handful of games that we've played, we've already grown as a team. From those 5th set losses, those suck, but we learn a lot through those too. So it's been really cool. There's been a lot of learning opportunity throughout the season already.
The last thing I'll ask you, I have to bring up the Golden Spike.
Yeah.
You guys sweep the Buffs, winning both on the road and at home. What did that feel like? I know that game was always so exciting for everybody.
Totally. Emily always says she has 2 favorite games, championship games and rivalry games. And that was an awesome win for us, especially at home in front of a big crowd. We always love to stick it to the Buffs. But then also to go and do it in their home gym was really cool. There's been a lot of splits in the last couple of years. The last couple seasons it's been we win one and we lose one. And it was really cool to go back and get them both, which was awesome. And they're a really good team, which is cool. We were their first loss of the season. They were 9-0.
Rap.
That is, yeah. It was cool.
Yeah, they just beat BYU, I think, after losing to the Rams. So that definitely says a lot about how good our volleyball team is as well. Thanks for stopping by. I know Delaney was just walking by to say hi, and we're like, come hop on the stage.
Yeah,
so
I love it.
we appreciate it. Go enjoy the football game.
Yeah, thanks.
We'll be
Thanks,
back
guys.
after a short break. Thanks.
Thanks, Delaney.
Yeah.
Hello, everyone, and welcome back to Rams Live. We've got Brian Roth with us now, the voice of the Rams, to talk a little CSU football. Last week, as we know, the Rams fell to UTSA at home 17-16. Made a great late offensive push at the end, went for the 2-point conversion and did not complete it, and said the players were excited that we were going for the win, staying aggressive, but kind of what were your thoughts after that game?
Well, I mean, first off, let me say this. The defense was outstanding, and I love the way that this defense is playing. I love the aggressive nature they're playing with, and you break down those numbers in the second half. Colorado State only allowed 25 rushing yards in the second half and only gave up 2 first downs in the entire second half. I mean, that's really good. Now, where the Rams have ran into problems, the 2 plays they gave up were a 76-yard run and a 74-yard pass. And those were the only 2 touchdowns for UTSA. So my first takeaway on the defensive side of the ball is that this unit's playing really good and good enough to win a game like that.
Yes.
Now, you look on the offensive side, obviously struggled through the first 3 quarters, but I think everybody was excited for a change of pace with Jackson Brousseau coming in. I thought he provided a spark. I thought everybody played better. And look, Braden gets pulled, but the entire offense wasn't playing very well. I mean, the offensive line was struggling a little bit, right? And the run game wasn't there when Braden was in the contest, and the whole offense just was a little stagnant. When Jackson came in that game, everybody's game raised, and you saw some of the Rams, I think, ran for 85 yards in the fourth quarter alone, and so Jackson did his job. The rest of the team rose up to that, and every Ram fan that I've talked to is excited about the fact that Jackson Brousseau is going to get a chance to lead this offense. And if this offense can start putting up 24, 28, 31 points per game, I think that they can win a lot of ball games the rest of the year.
I'd agree with you on that, and it has been amazing because the defense is really they were the question mark coming in because you got a new defense coordinator. You only have one returning starter, and unfortunately now we've lost him for the season. But you look at it, and that group's come together so fast and played so well. It's the aggressive part that you like best, isn't it? It's Tyson. It's not afraid to bring pressure from anywhere at any time.
How many times have we seen guys just coming off the edge? Just off the edge, whether it's Lamondre Joe, Aiden Hector, whoever it is. I mean, we've seen more edge pressuring this year than we saw in the previous 3 years under the previous defensive coordinator. And again, everybody has their different schemes and what they like, and you play more aggressive, you're going to be a little bit prone to the big play. And again, we just mentioned the Rams gave up a couple of the big plays last week. But, yeah, the aggressive nature of this defense. And then, look, you got to have some dudes that are studs. And Colorado State has a couple of them, mainly, Owen Long. And I think we all thought Owen Long was going to be a nice replacement for Chase Wilson at linebacker. I don't, maybe I'm just by myself in this. I don't know if anybody thought that he could not only replace Chase Wilson, but actually become an upgrade at that position, at that linebacker spot. Of course, you have Jacob Ellis there too. But just in general, you lose a linebacker like Boom Jock and Chase Wilson, and here comes Owen Long, and he has been a monster for this defense.
Yeah, my curiosity raised with Owen Long when we saw him you saw what he was at the end of spring and then at the beginning of fall. He knows where the weight room is. The kid put on 40 good pounds of solid muscle, and he's a nice kid, and he's also the kind of guy that does everything right, and that's why you've seen him be named Jay's youngest captain of all times. He's been phenomenal.
Yeah.
It's just, he's leading the nation in tackles.
It's funny, I had a conversation with Jay Norvell about him yesterday, and he just said, look, when you get a combination of outstanding athletic ability that he has, Owen Long has, a work ethic that he has, and then just high intelligence, that he's one of the smartest guys we on the team, and you put all three of those into one person, the dude's going to be a player, and Owen Long has been a player so far for Colorado State. And one more note to add on that, I had him on the coaches show on Wednesday night at CBN Potts, and talking to him, and I said, hey, you put on 30 pounds since last year. How much did that slow you down? Because he was a sideline-to-sideline player. He always had the good speed. I said, just half step, just an eighth of a step? He goes, I'm faster.
Yes.
I'm faster at 30 pounds heavier. That is awesome.
Yeah, that's putting on weight the right way, and that's the sign of a good speed and strength program, as they now call it here. You and I talked about this last week. This is a non-conference game, our last one of the year, but next year this is a conference game for us. You do want to kind of set a tone, don't you, when the Cougars come to town today?
Yeah, no question. It's the same as if you're playing Oregon State today. You wish you could have gotten that win against Oregon State last year. And the fact of the matter is, Colorado State's played these guys twice now in the last, 3 years. And they had to face Cam Ward.
I was going to say Cam Ward is no longer quarterback, which is a nice step.
That's right.
Yeah.
He is no longer there. Of course, became the number one pick in the NFL draft. And I went back and looked up the numbers from last year. 2 years ago, 2023. And Cam Ward, the season opener, came in here. And I think he threw it for 467 and had combined 4 or 5 touchdowns. So
he was good. Is what you're saying.
He was unbelievably good. And obviously, he spent his senior year at Miami last season. But yeah, this is going to be fun. It's a future conference foe, and this is a very winnable game. Rams are 5.5-point favorites. You come out here. This has been a Washington State team that's turned the ball over a ton this year. You come out here. Jackson Brousseau gives you a spark on offense. Defense continues to play well. Maybe go +1, +2 in the turnover department, and you should come out of here with a win.
I agree with that. Yeah, 9 turnovers by Washington State's offense this year. They're not doing very well in turnover margin either. So what do you look for most out of today's game?
Well, I'm looking forward to see how Jackson Brousseau plays, and I ran into Jackson at the facility yesterday and talked to him for 5 or 6 minutes, and And I said, you looking forward to Saturday? He goes, oh, yeah, I am. And then I said, well, hey, you played last week. You played in crunch time. How much confidence does that give you going into this game? He goes, I don't know. It's just football.
Dude's calm.
It's just football. It's like,
Yeah. Dude's calm like he's won 4 state titles somewhere. Yeah,
that's right.
Yeah.
You're making your first start.
Yeah.
I love that attitude.
Yeah. Thank you, Brian, for joining us today. We'll be back after this break with Rams Live. Stick with us.
Hello, everyone, and welcome back to Rams Live. We are joined with CSU Athletic Director John Weber. John, got to start off with the big news this week. Border War is coming back to Canvas Stadium, kicking off the season next year.
Yeah, that's really good news. The Wyoming AD, Tom Berman, and I have been working hard on that to make sure that we keep that rivalry alive, and we're able to get that done for 2026 and kick off next fall with a home game against Wyoming and everything that we do around that. It's a spectacular tradition, and really looking forward to being able to do that.
As an alumni and now the athletic director, talk about the feelings that are correlated with the border war as a CSU fan.
Yeah, it's a historic rivalry, one of the oldest west of the Mississippi, and then everything that goes around that with the symbolism from the boot trophy for the bronze boot. What that means to our OTC detachments here and at the University of Wyoming. It's a really, really important thing.
John, when you think about it, it's not just I know the football game gains the most attention. That's something that you and Tom are working on to make sure it goes on in other sports, men's basketball, women's basketball, that doesn't die. But in football, was it really important to get that game, especially next year, to keep that continuous?
Yeah, absolutely.
Run going?
And we've got one to work on in 2027,
Yeah.
and we're seeing what we can do about that. But it took a lot of work, took a lot of partnerships with other institutions in order to make that happen. So really grateful that everyone worked together to be able to enable that. It's important for college football. We in this age, being able to maintain a lot of those rivalries is super important.
Yeah, because you've seen. Want to see continue in basketball, in swimming, and tennis.
Absolutely. As much as we can. It's that's an important relationship that we have with that institution, and really, really, really important that we keep that going.
I was so excited about the news. That was one of my biggest concerns with all of the conference realignment just across college athletics in general, was like, we're going to lose some of these great rivalries. And I know what it's like to go up and play in Laramie, and may not be my favorite, but it is also my favorite.
But it's important. It's fun, right? Yes.
Because it's such like you said, it's so important, and it is like some of my favorite memories of being a student athlete is like getting ready for those games, and it just means a little bit more.
A lot of things matter, but you know what? Rivalries still matter. And I'm proud that we're leading the way to make sure that we keep that kind of stuff alive.
We stopped some students a little earlier who mentioned they have their own little rivalry with the loyalty program that has been implemented.
Yep, okay.
We've had some great attendance so far.
We've had phenomenal attendance. So we've had nearly half the student body at the UNC game to kick off the season here, and we had some was around 13,000 or so the last game, and we're expecting 12-13 today. So the way that the students have shown up, it has just been unreal. And whether it's volleyball or soccer or football, the student body is unbelievably engaged. I couldn't be more proud and more excited to see everyone to come watch and cheer on our student athletes.
I was going to say, in big part because of our students, volleyball ranks 5th in the country in attendance. They're not just coming to football games; they're coming to everything.
They're coming to everything, and you know what? It makes such a huge difference for our student athletes to be able to play in front of their peers. It adds juice to the game and gets everyone excited. So keep coming. And we're going to put on a really fun show every time for our students when we do compete.
Yeah, I talked to Eve Wilson about it this week. She goes, I would hate to be an opposing team to come in and play us, seeing those kind of numbers in the fan. I know you like our traditions that we have that have lasted for a long time, but you like adding to this. You have some announcements. We've got a theme coming up later on in the year for football.
We do. So as a university, we announced snow days coming to campus here November 7th and 8th with a lot of activities on Friday night. That's going to continue into game day on Saturday. And maybe we'll see a special uniform reveal here in the future.
Nice. We like these uniform reveals. Kind of like today's uniform?
Today's uniform is a special one, being able to represent our state. It's fun to see something a little different every now and then.
You do like this uniform, though, because we are a land-grant university, and we do get to show off what this state means to us and what we mean to the state.
What we mean to the state, absolutely.
Yeah.
We've got extension offices, and I think in almost every single county in the state, and Colorado State University means a lot to the state of Colorado, and we're proud to represent it.
Well, we have an exciting update on Rams Live today. We've got a little tailgate food test for you.
All right.
So we're going to bring up our tailgate
let's see what we got.
food. We've got some
I know
good stuff.
I know where this food came from. I'm doing great. How are you? What do
Oh
we got?
wow, we've got a lot going on here.
Tailgate food, which we have our golden palms right.
Yep.
That's fantastic. So if you can't hear her, it's from our Golden Palms tailgate, which is right around the corner over here. So this is awesome. Thank you.
We got
very much.
Michaela and Haley here joining us.
I would love to hear a little
Yeah,
bit
yeah.
about.
Let us know
Tell
what
us,
it is.
introduce yourself, and tell us a
Well,
little bit
our
about this
Golden
food.
Palms tailgate is so much fun. We have our Golden Palms are the stars of the show, but we as parents set up in families, and we have no less than 100, 150 people at our tailgate every game. We're so excited, and everybody brings something to share.
That's
and
awesome.
We're excited to share this with you. Just
So,
some fun.
what do we got on the plate here?
Today on the menu was a mac and cheese bar with protein. So
All right.
we have chicken and pepperonis and hot dogs and sausage, and then we also have a salad with grilled chicken on it. And then we have a little bit fun with one of our grandmas makes amazing pumpkin bars.
All
so
right.
that's what's on here as well.
That
So
looks
we're excited
awesome.
to share. Thank you for
Thank you
allowing
so
us
much.
to come
This is
over.
great. Thank
It's
you.
So looks so
And go
delicious.
Golden
Thank
Palms.
you.
We love our girls.
Yes.
Absolutely.
How
Absolutely.
fitting for them to join us for this segment. I love
It
it.
was awesome.
gonna
We
say,
love
did
them. We're
Michaela
very,
and
very
Haley
proud of
get
them.
to
And
eat
thank
too?
you
We
for-
all are. So
Thank you for what athletics does for
you bet.
everyone.
Thank you. Thank you. Really
Thank
appreciate
you so
it.
much. All right, John. Let's
Let's see what we
let's
got here.
get down to it.
We got a little chicken and we got a little mac and cheese.
That
and
looks
you know
good.
this is timely because I've not eaten lunch yet. So this is
I know.
this is
We were saying,
fantastic.
he's like, thank you for adding this to my segment. It looks good. While you're chewing, I'm gonna say like it's looking creamy. That's how we like to
Wrap,
see
wrap,
the mac
wrap,
and
wrap,
cheese.
wrap.
It is. You know, we
All right.
got-
Overall thoughts on the plates.
I mean, the presentation that's a 10 out of 10, don't you think?
It is a
And-
10 out of 10.
And that is fantastic food. So when we're done here, I need to stop by over there and say thank you to everybody. So
And we're
appreciate
gonna
it.
cut
Thank
to
you.
break so that you can enjoy this in peace without a camera in your face.
There we go. Thank
and we'll
you.
be back on Rams Live shortly.
All right.
Hello, everyone, and welcome back to Rams Live. We have Ring of Honor recipient Angela Noff is heading over. Angela is a two-time first-team All-American, the only one in CSU history. Entered the Hall of Fame in 2006. She won 3 conference championships and went to 4 NCAA tournaments as a player, and is one of the most decorated athletes at CSU. When you're looking through her list of her bio, it's like, okay, which one should I pick? Because it would take our whole segment to go through all of her awards.
It really would, and it's fascinating to me because she was like really good middle. So when she graduated, she led the program. She had the program record for hitting percentage, but also aces and total blocks. She was an all-around player. She knew what she was doing, and those were some fun teams to watch back in the day because Mountain West teams would walk in or WAC teams. And it would be 10, 12, and 15, and you're out of the building in like less than 90 minutes.
Oh, yeah.
Those were some amazing teams that Tom put together back then. And Angela was a huge part of it. I think she was the first two-time first-team All-American for ABC for the program. So, no, she had a phenomenal career. I'll be kind of curious to see what it's like to stand on that court again and see your name be unfurled on a banner as it's dropped down.
It was pretty cool being there and seeing her reaction. She was emotional, obviously, as one would, but I was talking to Tom last night at one of the alumni gatherings, and I was like, I'm interviewing Angela tomorrow. Do you have anything good for me to say, ask her about? And he gave me some good little stories, but he just described her as a player. He's like, Ruby, she was so smart. I have rarely coached a player as smart as her. She was an undersized middle, and she didn't have the most power in the gym, which he was like, sometimes you get frustrated with that, not being necessarily the most physical, but he's like, she saw the court like no player I've ever coached. I've never coached a player with such great court vision, able to put the ball where the team is not, and just such a high IQ for the game.
As a volleyball player, there's multiple ways to be terminal. You can be a person that can put the ball through the floor, or you can be a person that sees the floor, hits the lines, knows where the open spots are, and they're all fun to watch. You just want them to be terminal somehow, some way, right?
Exactly. And like you said, being a middle that is such an all-around gifted player, and then that leads into her getting to play for the AVP professional beach career for some time. It's kind of rare that you see middles translate to the beach because normally they are strictly offensive blocking players, but she really had it all and was able to implement all those parts of her game into beach volleyball as well.
Yeah, it was kind of interesting because I remember another player came through. She was from Canada, Alexandra Paletto. Mm-hmm. She was also a beach volleyball player, and I think she actually played more beach before she came in to play indoor here. She was also another very talented middle. So it'll be interesting to get her up here and get to talk to her about what that moment was like.
We're going to head to a short break, but we'll be back with more Rams Live after this. Hello, everyone, and welcome back to Rams Live. We have President Amy Parsons joining us.
Hey, Ruby. Hey, Mike. How's it going?
It's going so
Great.
well. How can we not be great on a beautiful state pride day like today?
It's pretty much perfect.
Yes.
Does it get any better than this? And we've already won on the day. in
Exactly,
volleyball.
exactly. I saw you
Off to a
front
great
row.
Start.
Oh, yeah. And as a CSU alumni and you're from Colorado, what does state pride mean to you?
I mean, I think we're the only university that does a state pride day. I think that says something about CSU, right? We're the state's land grant institution. We're the school of choice,
Yes.
right? For students going to college. So we really want to own that on days like today, on State Pride Day, where we can wear the state flag colors and just celebrate everything that's great about Colorado, everything that's great about Colorado State University. You know, CSU is the land grant. We're not just here in Fort Collins. We're in every corner of the state. We're in every single county through 4-H and Extension, our ag experiment stations at Spur and Denver. And, you know, I mean, we're everywhere in the state, and we're so proud of that. And I think the state is proud of us.
Amy, I see you going all over the state, too, in your off time and connecting with CSU alum and people from all over Colorado. Can you talk about what that's like?
Well, you know, one thing that's so great about CSU, and people come to CSU from all over Colorado, but all over the country and the world, and then they see how great Colorado is and they stay. So we actually have the largest alumni network of any university, right, in Colorado. And that's really important because people love it here. And that means that's the value of going to CSU, is when you graduate, you get to be part of this alumni network. And I feel that. I'm an alum as well, always connecting with alums, always choosing to go to alumni-owned businesses, right? To work with alums, to hang out with alums, to support alums like we did today at Volleyball, right? And supporting those ladies coming back to CSU. So, I mean, it's just really special, and it's important for me to get out all around the state and connect with Rams where they are and in their communities, because they are community leaders all over the state.
Yeah.
I mean, we have Rams doing amazing things every single place we go, and when we roll into some of these little towns all across Colorado, they all come out. That's what binds us together, right, is that fandom, and everybody's a Ram. No matter if you graduated 40 years ago or last year, everybody comes together around CSU. You feel that all over Colorado.
When you think about it, this is a neat time because this year we bring in the most freshmen ever from the state of Colorado.
Yeah.
But this is also, we are a dream school, really. And literally, because you got, how nice a surprise is that as a president to have a New York Times best-selling book called Dream School.
Absolutely.
Name us one of the top 75 universities. And also, I think it was one of 25 mentioned as a large school, and I'm trying to remember exactly what it was.
You got it, Mike.
Large school recognition.
You got it. You know, this book that's out now called Dream Schools was just published. It's number 7 right now on the New York Times bestseller list. CSU is prominently in this book as a dream school, which kind of verifies what we already knew.
Yeah.
We already know, right, that we're a dream school, but it's great to have that book out there. And the way that we get into a book like that, Dream Schools, is because of the value of the education here, the quality of being at a Research One institution, being at a land grant institution, the quality of our faculty and our research and our opportunities for students, but it's also the quality of life, right? And the quality of life, like you see on full display today on this incredible day in Colorado, students stay here, they persist, they graduate, and they contribute in Colorado. All of that combined makes us a dream school. So it's both of those things, right? It's not just our mission and how great we are, it's this quality of life.
Yeah, think about it. Like Nick Stevens has come up and be our guest because, one, he works at Hawk. He's a former quarterback, but he came from California. He and his wife Haley stayed here. We're going to ask him about what was it about Fort Collins that made you stay and set roots here when you grew up a California kid. But that's what we know here as Coloradans, right? This is a special place. It's fun to share it with those who come from everywhere else.
That's absolutely right. And Ruby, like Ruby said, I'm from Colorado. I was born in Loveland. But I grew up across the border in Cheyenne, and I always had my eye on coming back down here to CSU, and I did, and here we are. Just
and look
the
at
best
Ruby.
foundation.
I mean, we drew her in from Oregon, and now she couldn't wait to come back.
You know, people tell me all the time, they're like, you just look like you're loving your life there, like you're thriving. And I'm like, it's not just the Instagram people. Like, I actually am really loving my life, and it's just such a special place to be.
Yeah. How special was it for you today being in Moby Arena when we beat Nevada in 3 sets? It was an amazing, and to see all those Ram legends
it's
back
so
on the court.
cool. And today was actually my first game back since I was a volleyball player at CSU, and I'm watching the video and walking out like I used to do when they'd call my name, and I'm like, oh, am I gonna cry right now? Like, this is pretty emotional, but it's always so special to connect with alumni. Those were some of my favorite weekends when I was on the team, and now that I get to be a part of that group, it's so special.
Yeah.
Talk to us a little bit about, you have the snow days that CSU has implemented. John Weber mentioned it.
I am so excited about snow days. This is something new for us. This is November 7 and 8. We're actually bringing in snow. students, everybody, we are piping in snow onto campus. That's right. We're doing rail jam. We're partnering with snow riders. We're going to be selling the ski passes. And so we all want to wear our snow gear, our ski gear, all of that on this day. And we're playing UNLV, I think, that day. So it's going to be a great game day on campus. And snow days are going to be amazing. I think it's going to be a great new tradition. It really showcases everything that's great about Colorado. I mean, it's going to be the outdoor economy. It's going to be our ski resorts. It's going to be talking about how CSU works with the outdoor economy in Colorado, really showcasing that, whether we're designing outdoor apparel or working in natural resources. So this is an area I think CSU is really going to own, is our snow day party that we're going to do for 2 days. And to just, whether it's super warm or it's super cold, we're going to have snow on campus. It's going to be awesome.
Okay, I think you and Ruby get a pick because you are the best dressed president in the country.
Thank you.
So I think you get to go pick our best dressed fans.
Okay, let's go.
All right, we have some most spirited Ram contestants coming down. And just like Mike said, Amy is known for her good-looking outfits, especially on game day. So, Amy, let's hear your thoughts. We have some Lucky Joe's prizes for our winner today. So there are high stakes here.
High stakes. Thank you all for bringing the spirit today. I love it. I love a good Rammerall. I'm a big fan of Rammeralls just in general. So I really appreciate the Rammerall with the shirt and all of that. This is super cute. You look adorable. Although I have to say, it's State Pride Day. We're not quite on brand with the colors. The jersey, I love a good jersey like that, a Colorado State Pride jersey. But I gotta say, I think what wins it for today, because it is State Pride Day, are the boots with the shorts. I think this is the winner right here, the boots and the shorts, yeah.
I kind of had a feeling we were going to go for the jorts and the boots, and you guys have the jeans and the boots going on. Love this. So if you guys want to be a part of the Most Spirited Ram competition next Rams Live, now you know. Plan your outfits ahead. We'll get ready, and Amy will be our judge, as always. Thank you guys so much. We're going to head to a quick break, and we'll be back with more Rams Live after this. A scary place. All right, everyone, welcome back to Rams Live. We have Angela Noff, Ring of Honor winner, CSU volleyball alumni, two-time first-team All-American. You saw your banner drop
Yes.
in Moby today. What was that like?
Very emotional. It was so, I just wish I could freeze that moment in time forever, because it was not only seeing that incredible honor, but then looking around and seeing my family who all flew here and who's here, and then looking even broader to see my teammates who made it all happen, and then broader, this community of Fort Collins is the best community in the world, and just knowing how much they loved me and embraced me all the years I was playing, and to be back in that moment will just give you goosebumps, and I will have that moment with me forever.
We talked about it earlier, all the career accomplishments when you graduated. You led in so many categories. Kind of curious, when you were a high school athlete and you're picking your college, you kind of have an idea of it, or you kind of imagine what your career will be like? Did it exceed all expectations with what you found here?
Yes, 100%. Like, I'm lucky to have my coaches here from Oregon, who was my first coach, Joe Hauk, and Stephanie and Mike are here celebrating, but they're the ones who really started the foundation for me in Oregon. And we won a state championship with Joe. We came back from 13-2 back in the day when it was side-out scoring, so it was a big deal.
Wow.
And so when I came to CSU, I had this culture of like winning and just an amazing background, amazing foundation, but I had no idea what we could do, because at that time CSU wasn't ranked in the top much. But I'm telling you, it was God's gift to giving my teammates, because we all came together and created something super magical, because that's the only thing I can do to explain it, because we weren't the tallest, we weren't the fastest, but we came together as a family, and that's how I think why we made such great waves together.
You were part of the early wave, though. Tom, I know he learned it from Coach Pettit in Nebraska when he saw it there, but if he got you out in the community would adore you, they would show up. You've built a very strong fan base, a very loyal fan base, and you were one of the early players. You were part of that process, building it up. What was it like back then, creating this volleyball community? Because it is what it is now, really because of the groundwork you guys laid.
Yeah, I mean, that's all Tom. Tom just knew that to get the community involved would just be like our seventh man on the court, which it has. I mean, we had some of the most incredible upsets in Moby because of the Moby Magic, and the Moby Magic is truly the community and the people. I loved it because I now live here, obviously, because I love this community, but I love being able to put a smile on a young girl's face who's a volleyball player, and she just got to watch a college player, and then now she gets my autograph, and that just brought me more joy than it probably brought them. And so I actually created it as an honor to be able to be in those kids' lives and to celebrate them and to be involved in the community, because they gave so much back to me.
You both can probably talk about this, but you can remember those days of hanging out in Old Town, handing out schedules, talking to the fans. How enjoyable was that for you? Because you guys became mini celebrities out there.
You talk first, but I have the worst story ever.
I have some horror stories as well. But I will say, being from Oregon, all of my
Oregon girl
Tom trivia questions, and it's not easy to come from Oregon and play at such a high level. I feel like it's a under-recruited volleyball state, but it was always like, who is the other Ram volleyball player from Oregon? Everyone is screaming, Angela, Angela. Like, I've heard about you since my recruiting trips, and those are the stories that they tell that really get you bought into Moby and Ram volleyball, right? And so it's been so cool for me to now meet you as an adult and just hear how much we have in common, not just as volleyball players, but
No,
I
she's
do have
fabulous.
to. Oh, thank you.
She's going to make waves. Look out, world.
she is.
And my daughter's name is Ruby,
I
so that's
know.
even more special.
I know.
But
I love
my
it.
story, it's the worst story. I'm a freshman. Tom's making us go hand out schedule cards. I go up to this nice man. He was sitting we were up in the concourse by Moby. He was talking to another gentleman and Tom. And I came up and I handed him a schedule card and I said, hey, would you like to come to CSU volleyball this fall? We're going to be really good. You should come and support us. And the guy says, he's like, you don't know who this guy is? And I'm like, no. He's like, that's Sonny Lubick. I'm like, hi, Sonny, I'm Angela. Do you want to come to a volleyball game? And then he goes, Angela, this is the head football coach at Colorado State. I'm like, oh, cool. Hi, come to the volleyball game. Like, I was the stupid freshman that was like, hi, Sonny Lubick. Come to a volleyball game. So, yes, Tom gave me many of those moments by making me go into the community.
But did you get Sonny to come? That's the key thing.
I don't know for sure. I feel like he should have a golden seat somewhere.
He used to have a golden seat over at Subway, actually across the street.
Right.
There was
a stadium
was a plaque
named after him. So, you know,
That is
I'm the
such a
one who
good
embarrassed
story.
him and like, hey, oh, who cares? Okay, cool.
I love that. And it makes you able to talk to people so much easier, right? When you have those moments, you're like, oh, the world didn't end. It was fine.
I know. I was just called a rookie freshman after that. So,
well, thank you so much for joining Rams Live, Angela. It was so great to have you, and enjoy the day. Like,
Thank
this
you.
is,
The
I'm
CSU volleyball
so happy
run.
for you.
And
Good job,
congratulations
Rams.
on the Ring of Honor.
And thank you. I'm very humbled and honored. Thank you.
Thank you. We'll be back with more Rams Live after this. Hello, everyone. Welcome back to Rams Live. We have Ram legend and sponsor here, Nick Stevens, former quarterback at Colorado State, left the program first in career touchdown passes, second in passing yards, and was a first-team All-Mountain West Conference quarterback. What's it like to be back here for game day?
It's great. I mean, we've been around in the area since I left, so we're always at games. But this one's extra special with State Pride. Nice shirt, by the way.
Thank you.
Yeah, I mean, the game day experience here is incredible. It's funny because being an athlete, or an athlete in football specifically, you don't get to see all this. You know, you walk in the Ramwalk, and there's the folks that are here, but seeing the student tailgate out here and all the booths is incredible. So really excited to be back, really excited to be a part of the pregame now instead of just being warming up in the stadium.
So you were part of game day as a player before, and now you're here today part of game day as a game sponsor with Hawk. Tell us a little bit about what you do at Hawk, the company, and then how nice it is to be partnered with the university you graduated.
Yeah. So at Hawk, I'm a customer master data manager. I'm in master data management and analytics. The company, though, we do some pretty cool work. We manufacture water quality equipment. So some of our primary partners and customers are wastewater and drinking water plants. And essentially the equipment we make ensures that they can test the water and make sure that we don't have too much or too little of certain parameters like chlorine, fluoride, that it's the right pH balance, all that sort of stuff. So it's really cool pursuing a mission that you can really get behind and ensuring that people all over the world have quality water. It's a major thing. And being here as a game sponsor is really incredible. It's cool to kind of be a part of a company that cares about the community. It's so big here in Fort Collins. You know, companies kind of coming in, giving back, being a part of CSU and CSU athletics. So when I was approached with the opportunity to do this, I was like, this would be super, super cool, and kind of everything worked out and laid in place. And we've got a booth right down here, and are excited to be a part of this from that perspective.
For those of you that are sitting here listening to Nick and go, "God, that sounds really impressive," you should know that when he showed up here as a true freshman, you were technically a sophomore. You had so many AP credits. And I know your coach at the time bragged about how smart you were. And then we really expected you and Elroy Masters really to kind of run the world by this time. It's kind of feeling that way, isn't it?
Yeah. Well, yeah, we're doing our part, trying to. Yeah, Elroy's doing great. He's in Arizona. He'll come back to games every now and then as well. But yeah, man, it was great being able to come in with those credits, being able to skip some of the general ed type courses and get my degree early, and then because I redshirted, to be able to get my master's degree. It was a huge blessing, and really love my time here in Fort Collins, playing and then academically as well.
Like Ruby mentioned, you still are the career leader in career touchdown passes. You remember your first one?
Yeah, I think I don't know if it was Savannah State when I started, or I might have had one. I think I just dunked it out to Rashard Higgins, who did the work. It was like a 60-yard touchdown pass, and I was just like, boop. Hey, look at my touchdown.
Yeah. I was going to say, you don't have to tell. You just tell people it was 60 yards. Yeah. You don't have to include the dunk part. I remember there. It was, yes. Just tell them you threw deep, and it was good. It was glorious.
Nick, thanks so much for stopping by Rams Live. If you haven't yet, make sure to go check out Hawk's Table. They got some good stuff, and we'll be back with more Rams Live after this. Hello, everyone. Welcome back to Rams Live. I'm really excited about this new segment that we have. We have some students from the student tailgate. We've got Molly and Abby, Maya and Josie. That is so right. And they're going to go a little speed pong competition. We've got some Lucky Joe's gear on the line, ladies. So if that adds some motivation. So each team is going to get 1 minute to shoot into the cups, and then we'll switch sides and we'll see who gets the most cups down and who is the winner. Okay. All right, on your mark, get set, go. Josie and Maya. Oh, so close. You guys got some good friends. Oh, 1 cup down for Josie. Oh, so close. Josie's gonna go. Oh, almost a 2-point. Oh, so close. Just a reminder of the rules. That's another cup. If it does ricochet off of a cup and land in another, that is a 2-cup. A 2-cup play. Oh, so close, ladies. Josie is carrying. Oh, there we go. Oh, that's 2 cups. Yep, that is 2. We've got 5 cups left on the table. No re-racks. There's no time for that. Oh, you got it, ladies. 15 seconds. 15 seconds. Ball's back in there. All right. 6 cups on the table because the ball did go in. And 3, 2, 1. All right. Let's give Josie and Maya a round of applause. They will end with only 6 cups remaining. Great job, ladies. We're going to have to re-rack that back up. Josie and Maya, what are your majors at CSU? Animal science and hospitality and event management. All right. We've got some student athletes here participating. Not real student athletes, I'll clarify, but yes, we have some pong student athletes. All right, you guys ready? On your mark, get set, go. Oh. Molly and Abby. A little bit of a slow start. Watch your elbows, ladies. Watch your elbows. Oh, we need some luck. Let's cheer them on. They need some motivation. They need some motivation. Oh, there's a cup. Oh, we've got 1 cup. I think that was Abby. So close, Abby. Oh, so close. 30 seconds down. We're looking for a big comeback. A big comeback. Oh, there we go. The cup made. This cup. Yep, there we go. You got it, ladies. 15 seconds on the clock. There's another cup. All right, 3 cups in 10 seconds, I believe. You can do it. You can do it. Oh, so close. 3, 2, 1. All right, let's give all of our participants a big round of applause. Great work. Wildlife, Bio, and Biomed. Okay, ladies, you get your first choice of the Lucky Joes. We got a hat. We've got a State Pride. Oh, no, you guys do. I'm so sorry, not you. Thank you for clarifying. The State Pride shirt, all right. One of the shirts, you ladies get the hat and the shirt. Thank you so much, Lucky Joes. Thank you. Let's give them all a big round of applause. Thank you, ladies. I like that first round of speed pong here at Rams Live. If you're interested in participating in any of our games, come hang out Rams Live and we'll get you involved. Thank you so much for joining today. Looking forward to a good football game. Go Rams.